Muy buenos días a todos. Realmente es un lujo tenerle como conferencistas a estos profesionales extranjeros que vinieron exclusivamente para este evento tan importante para el sector y para el país. Antes de entrar a la discusión, me gustaría leer brevemente el currículum de cada uno de ellos. En el caso de Dominique Bacher, de Francia, es vicepresidente del Comité Internacional de la Asociación Internacional de Seguridad para Electricidad. Hye Wan Bae de Corea es ingeniero civil, graduado en la Universidad de Yonsei de Corea y se desempeña como secretario general del Centro de Cooperación Internacional en Kosha. Helmut Emnes, de Alemania, es ingeniero graduado de la Universidad Técnica de Múnich, Alemania. Se ocupa de la seguridad de 1,3, o sea, 1.300.000 empleados actualmente. Es además secretario del Comité de Minas de la Asociación Internacional de Seguridad. Thomas Kostal, también de Alemania, es licenciado en Ingeniería Mecánica, tiene especialización en Tecnología de Producción de la Universidad de Bremen y bueno, se ocupa actualmente de la seguridad y la salud de los empleados y la capacitación para el especialista en seguridad en el trabajo. Bueno, vamos a realizar las preguntas correspondientes sobre los 4 temas expuestos por los conferencistas. Por favor, si se pueden presentar, o sea, decir su nombre, apellido, la empresa en donde se están desempeñando y realizar las preguntas correspondientes y a quién va dirigida esa pregunta. Yo anoté acá unos datos muy importantes que dijeron ellos. Dice que una inversión de $1 en seguridad representa $2,2 de beneficio. ¿Sí? Y dice que se consigue mayor rendimiento en la empresa cuando hay mayor seguridad para los trabajadores. Son datos realmente muy importantes que ellos contaron hoy en este importante evento. Así es que vamos a comenzar entonces nuestra discusión.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Pedro Cañete, soy de la empresa Itaipú Binacional y quiero dirigir mi pregunta al señor Jien Wan Baez. La pregunta, el conferencista dijo que la SST es un proceso en cualquier organización y que se debe basamentar sobre actitudes comportamentales. Y él mencionó que se debe trabajar a nivel tripartita. Mi pregunta es lo siguiente, él nombró a los gerentes, a los empleados y el otro ente, ¿cuál sería?
Tripartite meaning is the government and workers and employers. It's normally for promoting the prevention culture. We need situations. We need reasonable circumstances. We need tripartite cooperation. We need to basic situation to promote the prevention culture. So I just mentioned about the tripartite cooperation. And you also shared, what is the first question? Tripartite cooperation. It's only one question. I hope it's satisfy your questions.
Mario Cáceres, de la Facultad de Ingeniería. Ingeniero Montania, tengo 3 preguntas. Quiero hacerle a cada uno de los moderadores mencionándole primero el nombre de los moderadores. ¿Le parece bien? La primera pregunta es para el doctor Monichi. Doctor Monichi, parto de 2 premisas. Dominici, gracias. La electricidad es una necesidad básica imprescindible. Por otra parte, su ponencia se centra en apuntar personas felices. La presión social conlleva incluso a poner en riesgo el cargo del técnico y del gerente. ¿Cuál es su idea, su recomendación de cómo conciliar la felicidad, en este caso del técnico o del gerente, versus la necesidad imperiosa a veces del cliente, del usuario, de tener el servicio?
Well, if I understood correctly your question, you ask about something which looked like a controversy between happiness at work and the social pressure of the customers, etc. Yeah. Yeah. For me, there is no. This is not a controversy, in fact, because my believing and the test I have done with you in this room today is to say that you can train your people all you want. You can write the rules and the procedure you need, and you can add rules and procedure, etc. But at the end, the human being will decide for his own result what it seems for him the appropriate behavior. So my believing is to say, in these conditions, you need some managers which have some particular behavior instead to develop a confident relationship inside the team and to have people who are very happy to work with him. And if you are happy to work, you will give a lot for your company, for your team, for your colleagues, etc., etc. So you can promote something like a quality of life at work. And increasing this quality of life at work, for me, is not to make in an opposition with something which comes from the customers. Because if your processes are okay, if the global ambience in the team is okay, if all the staff is upset by the idea to have an immediate reaction at each time they identify something which is wrong, at the end of this process, you can deliver at each time, for the first time, the right task. So customers are happy because everything is online, so you can decrease the social pressure, which can be provoked by the fact that the processes are not under control, by the fact that you have to go several times to have the right work at the end, and you make the customers hungry, you know. So for me, there is no controversy. This is the end of a global approach of your business, and if you promote this kind of approach, at the end, the social pressure decreases. And this is also the case inside of your company, because unions, by example, in that case, put less pressure on the CEO and all the management line if all the things are in line. Because the staff is quite happy, so there is no more expectations from the staff. It seems that this is a pink word, but of course, all this kind of approach has been improved, and this is a continuous improvement. But I believe in that. I can tell you that I have tried to implement all I have give this morning as a testimony, and I can assure you it works.
Ok, thank you. La siguiente es para el doctor Wang. Parto también de dos premisas, doctor Wang. En todos los ámbitos de las actividades humanas, la prevención conlleva múltiples ventajas frente a la corrección. Usted lo ha afirmado esto. También ha dicho que en su calidad de secretario general de la SISE existe un compromiso de difundir todo lo que ustedes hasta ahora han avanzado. Mi pregunta es, a más de lo que está disponible en la web, ¿qué podríamos hacer en la Facultad de Ingeniería de la Universidad Nacional de Asunción para recibir información de manera más directa, de manera que estas informaciones lo disponibilicemos a nuestros estudiantes?
Oh, yes. Already there has been a lot of research on safety culture, but not so much on prevention culture. But even a lot of information on safety culture is available online. But also there is a lot of lectures is going on in America, USA and UK, especially they are very high the level of the prevention culture. So Section for Cultural Prevention is now collecting the information and best practice from all around the world. So maybe 2 years, within 1 or 2 years, we can provide a lot of information on the prevention culture for lecturers and professors altogether. It's okay?
Ok, thank you. La última, ingeniero Montania, es para el doctor Helmut. Doctor, usted ha dicho que usted está aquí con dos responsabilidades. La primera es como empleado del gobierno y la segunda como secretario general en la SISE, específicamente para la minería. La explotación minera en nuestro país actualmente es primitiva, tal como usted mismo lo mencionó, pero adolece de un gravísimo hecho, que lo mencionó brevemente también, que es la participación de los trabajadores infantiles. Y debemos de aseverar en este caso que es sin ninguna protección, principalmente en las caleras y piedras para la construcción. Eso es nuestro país. Mi pregunta concreta es, si Alemania tiene leyes que penaliza la utilización de estos trabajadores, tanto a la empresa o a los empresarios, y si es posible, ¿qué dicen esas leyes?
I think it is clear that we have labor laws where it is prohibited in Germany to use any kind of child labor. So, this is a clear message we have from ISA, more or less from every international organization, from the ILO, and that if there is a kind of child labor anywhere, we have to hardly work to ban this kind of labor, because we have to educate the children to get qualification, what we talk about here, and are not allowed to destroy their youth, whatever. Of course, we know that in some places of the world it's not easy to say that and to change the things. And I would like to mention one project where more industrialized countries have, in my eyes, have a responsibility. This is what we call fair trade processes. And for example, our section from the mining, ISA mining, is involved in a program where we define minimum standards in order to produce stones in quarries, what you mentioned, or ornamental stones and this kind. And the ban of child labor is one item, not the only one. And then if you as a producer in such a country, I think I will not name any country here, you want to export your products to United States or to Europe or wherever, then you have to prove that you follow the standards. So there's a kind of quality of the production process to prove that you have acceptable working conditions, that you have no child labor, that you have contracts for the workers, that you have a kind of social security for them. This is all items, and I think this is one approach how it could work, that industrialized societies and developing societies have to work together. Yeah. So, but of course it's a serious problem and a long way. Is the answer sufficient?
I can add something, perhaps, to tell just an example. In France, 3 years ago, the government has decided to create a network between all the institutional actors which works in health and safety fields. The aim is to propose the best pedagogic tools for all the lecturers and all the professors of high schools in order to teach to their students the basis in occupational health and safety. Because the state of play is we have today CEO as manager. We do not know a lot of things about this basis. And if we want that the situation improve, we need to prepare the next CEO, as I said this morning. I'm very happy to have some students here because I think they can catch the key message of the symposium in order to use them in their future responsibility. So I think it's very important, and the aim of the government is to make something like a TOEFL, which exists for languages, you know, a minimum level of practices of the languages. They want to make a TOEFL of health and safety. So if you have not the average, you have not your graduate. So it's so easy. So it's probably also a practice which could be used in other countries.
Sí, buenos días. Mi respeto a los ilustres expositores. Yo soy ingeniero Espínola de Ande. Es un tema muy interesante el tema de seguridad que estamos tratando hoy día. Rescaté 3 conceptos referente al tema. La parte actitud, responsabilidad y mucha estadística de accidentes y cómo prevenirlos. La pregunta va a la mesa. ¿Algunas recomendaciones para minimizar estos, sin mencionar mucho las leyes o también sin dirigir mucho al concepto de responsabilidad técnico, gerentes, porque también ahí está la parte actitudinal de los funcionarios afectados en los trabajos de alto riesgo, cualquiera sea su naturaleza. Una mención nada más, nuestra empresa se hizo muchos trabajos de alto riesgo, como mencionó el doctor Monique, cambio de transformadores que se tuvo muchos accidentes desagradables. Traigo a colación esto, que en los últimos meses la ANDE llevó una serie de repotenciación en sus instalaciones y no tuvo hechos desagradables de esa naturaleza. Muy buenos días.
Yeah, if I understood, the question is what to do in order to minimize this very high figure of accidents. And in Germany we say, use all possible means. So, and many is possible. Of course, we need everything. Yeah? We need laws. We have to talk to the top level of the industry. Of course, we need good technology, so we have to have a close contact to producers of machinery, to construction people, to suppliers. We need training, education. We need research, we need campaigns in order to bring it to the society. You must see it in the television and on the posters in the street, and you have to think how to motivate people. Just to mention, we are awarding every year a safety Oscar to the best practical solution to companies and to workers. So many things possible.
Yes, I think I already mentioned in my presentation, normally the accident prevention strategy is three stages. First stage is the technical stage. To accident prevention, we need to set up regulation and some guidelines. Sometimes we need inspection. Normally it's the first stage for the accident prevention. The second stage is to developing the system, accident prevention system. I also mentioned my presentation is the leadership and accountability, responsibility, and education, and a lot of it all could be included in the OCMS system. So last stage, I think, is the cultural approach we need. So altogether, at the moment in your case, I think altogether we start the baseline. We start all together. It's the engineering, technical approach, and system approach, and cultural approach. I think you need all together.
Yeah, I think we all say the same thing with our own word, but as I said this morning, this is a long travel, and there is a sense to enter in this travel. And for me, the first key action has to be concerning material and equipment. You cannot expect zero harm if your material and equipment are dangerous. The second step is to have clear rules and clear procedure with the appropriate training of your employee. The third step is the management, the organizations. We have standards. We have spoken about that this morning. Good international standard to help us to guide our action in terms of organizational action. And then you have the managers, the leadership. We have shared a lot this morning about that. What behavior of the management to enhance the errors, to enhance the difficulty on the field of the employees. And at the end, you have a safety culture of all the staff. But this is, you know, the end of a long process. And at each part of the process, you can act some progress. I can assure you. If you work on material, you decrease your number of accidents. And then if you are on material and then on the rules and procedure, you decrease continuously your number of accidents. And if you work on your organization, you decrease again. And if you work about the leadership of the managers, you decrease again. And at the end, and if we want some repair, I can tell you that I lead in France a network with a very large company, and we have all the same trend, you know. We all have a problem around a lost time injury, like 5, something like that, 5, 4. And to decrease again under 4 or 5 in terms of lost time injury, we have to work on safety culture. So this last point of this long travel.
Muy bien, culminamos de esta manera nuestra primera exposición. Le agradecemos a los expositores, realmente estuvieron geniales. Y bueno, demostrémosle entonces con un fuerte aplauso, por favor.